I think there's something so beautiful and magnificent about stating the obvious. Every day is a new day to learn something spectacular about our amazing, illustrious president, Donald Jamarcus Trump, DJT. Did you know that we're going to have a Make America Great Again fair? Sorry, it's a Great American Fair. I know it's confusing me. It's so MAGA induced. I'm just so excited to hear about the fair. And he has such a lineup of artists coming to the new fair that's going to be celebrating all of America's great deeds and all this beauty in the nation of our country. 250 years we've been an illustrious nation, and it's going to be fantastic. I just love everything about it. I just love how Donald Trump is able to just authoritate and be so strong and powerful, and he's so sexy and handsome. He has such big shoulders too, and his balls are so heavy. Heavy, full of great American testosterone, and his belly button is not weird looking at all, and his phallic member is so massive and it weighs so much, and he pisses so hard that he breaks the porcelain on the toilet, and the pee scares off all the enemies, and it's so amazing and powerful. Let's hear what Donald Trump has to say about the artist who seemingly dropped out of attending the Great American State Fair. I understand artists are getting the yips. Ooh, that feels like a slur. I don't know why that feels like a slur when he said it, but I felt something racially motivated when he said that. Having to do with their performance on Wednesday. Okay. So I'm thinking about bringing the number one attraction anywhere in the world. Okay, hold on. What? Or is he going to bring perhaps Michael Jackson back from the dead? He's going to bring Tupac? Maybe somebody that is amazing, okay? The man who gets much larger audiences than Elvis in his prime. Strange thing to bring up Elvis. I feel as though there are many people that bring up more than Elvis, but Elvis is the king of rock and roll. Gotta appreciate that. Elvis stole a lot from a lot of black artists, but let's just see where he's going with this. And he does so without a guitar. Hold on, wait a second. Without a guitar? He's gonna bring a non-musician? This brings a lot of attractions? Okay. The man who loves our country more than anyone else. Oh my goodness. He's gonna bring Elmo. Elmo loves this country, I think. But no, you took away funding from Elmo. You must hate Elmo. Sorry, you're not going to bring Elmo. Who could he possibly be talking about? And the man who some say is the greatest president in history. Oh my God. I can't believe it. He's going to bring Dwight D. Eisenhower from the grave? Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt didn't play any instruments. No, Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, maybe. Oh, he's going to bring Barack Obama. Okay. The GOAT. Okay, greatest of all time. Donald Jamarcus Trump. Interesting. Who are these some? Is the some you? Do you say this? Interesting. To take the place of these highly paid, third-rate artists. Oh, my bad. Because they've denied you and they don't want to be on your side, you're calling them third-rate. My bad. Didn't realize we were doing that. The instant you don't get your way, you insult somebody. I keep forgetting that. My bad. Sorry. Let's keep going. And give a major speech rallying the country forward like I have done ever since being president. Oh, so instead of listening to good music, you want to grandstand and talk to people about how amazing the country's doing. Okay. 2 years ago, the United States was dead. I had no idea. I didn't know we were dead. I didn't know you resurrected us. I didn't know you were a necromancer. I didn't realize Donald Jamarcus Trump was a necromancer. He must have pulled out the Ouija board and is talking to us right now. Okay. Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. Okay. That's pretty cool. I would consider many places to be significantly. No, we are hotter. Because we're burning the ozone layer every single day. And we're ruining the temperature every single day, thus making summers hotter. Global warming is not real because you're destroying the ozone layer. That's pretty cool. I like that. We had a pretty tough winter. We had a winter storm in Detroit. So that must mean that the country's hot and all this stuff doesn't matter. I don't want so-called artists that get paid far too much money who aren't happy. Okay, all right. I think you get paid far too much money, but that's just me. I only want to be surrounded by happy people, smart people, successful people, and people that know how to win. Okay, you like only people that agree with you. I like that. That's a nice mindset to have. If you don't agree with me, then that's beautiful. So by copy of this truth, I am ordering my representatives to look at the feasibility of doing an America is Back rally on Wednesday, Washington, D.C. Same time, same location. Only great patriots invited. Okay, I guess I'm invited. I think I'm a great patriot. It'll be wild and beautiful. It'll be a wild and beautiful celebration of America. President Donald J. Trump. Gotta respect the bravado in his statement, the chutzpah, the gumption that he's saying with all this. Now, this is very important. You may be wondering, what artists dropped out of everything? Well, let's go ahead and look at them. So this was the flyer. We don't have Martina McBride, Young MC. We still got C plus C Music Factory. I don't know who that is. We got Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Guys. Vanilla Ice is here. This is going to be the greatest performance of all time. No Milli Vanilli. No the Commodores. No Morris Day, or not the whole Morris Day. Flo Rida is going to be there. Oh, shout out Flo Rida. I think he made the George Lopez opening. I think that's what he made. No, I think it's called Low Rider. I don't know who made the George Lopez opening. I don't remember. But Bret Michaels isn't showing up. Oh my God. Bret Michaels isn't showing up. He thinks Bret Michaels is a third-rate artist. This is the most B-class artist lineup I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean this with my whole chest. I'm confused. This is nuts. Now, they've stated at least 6 artists who were slated to headline the Great American State Fair in Washington this summer have backed out and said they never signed on for the White House backed event to commemorate the country's 250th anniversary. Okay, that's interesting. I thought they spoke about this. Maybe their publicists, their companies had a conversation about this. Performers Morris Day and the Time, rapper Young MC, Jody Rocco of Milli Vanilli, country singer Martina McBride, the Commodores, and former Poison frontman Bret Michaels have said they won't attend the event. Oh, that's a shame. The 2-week event, put together by White House Initiative Freedom 250, is scheduled to take place from June 25th to July 10th on the National Mall. The musical lineup was released Wednesday and met with sweeping criticism. McBride said in a post on X on Thursday that she initially believed the Great American State Fair was a nonpartisan event, but was told Wednesday that was not the case. I saw it as just a bigger version of many state fairs I have performed at over the years. Sounds fun, right? Wholesome even. McBride said in a statement, yesterday things started changing and what we were told is in fact not what is happening. Okay, so you were lied to. She added, it greatly upsets me that any fan who has been moved by my music may now feel like I'm abandoning the meaning behind those songs. So she's a very prolific country artist, and a lot of people in the country love Donald Trump because, they're stupid. And that's okay. That's completely fair. Just hours after the lineup was unveiled on Wednesday, Morris Day said in a post on Instagram that, contrary to rumor, the group will not perform at the event. Young MC, whose 1989 hit Bust a Move topped the charts at the time, also announced that he would not be performing at the mall. I have informed my agents that I will not be performing at the Freedom 250 event. The artists were never told about any political involvement with the event. Young MC citing media coverage describing the event as Trump-backed. I hope to perform in DC in the near future in an event that is not so politically charged, he said. That's beautiful. I like how they're stating their political alignment by not showing up. That's good solidarity. I like that. That's outstanding. And then everybody else is just saying they're not popping up. This is just what it is. That's the beauty of it. And this is so interesting because Donald Trump also said another statement about these artists not showing up as well. We should have a giant Make America Great Again rally for 250 instead of having overpriced singers. Who wants these singers? We want a big rally, guys. Come on, make America great again. Come on, guys. Remember how powerful we were? Remember that? America's supposed to be so great and powerful. We gotta let everybody know that we're doing fantastic. Who nobody wants to hear, whose music is boring. The music sucks. Who wants to hear this garbage? It's ass. And yet, who do nothing but complain. Cancel it. Just, cancel the whole event. Right? We can't get these singers that suck. Cancel the whole event. If these singers suck and we can't get these people, just cancel the whole event. Just like I canceled my involvement with the failing and unsafe to be in Kennedy Center because a highly conflicted, crooked federal judge said that I should not be allowed to spend my time and my money in order to make the center great again. Actually, far greater than it ever was before. It would have been nice to see a Republican/Democrat union bring it back to life. But, this is disgusting. And I just, it sucks because Donald Trump is such a smart man. He's so smart and genius. such a genius man, and his balls are so large, and he's such a nice butt, and his hip thrust game is so good, and he pleasures Melania every night. You know what's crazy? Donald Trump is so good in bed. I heard this from a reliable source. Donald Trump is so good in bed that every time he thrusts his hips, 20 women on earth just randomly orgasm. Did you know that? Did you know that? As a matter of fact, some men, they might ejaculate a little bit too because they see the perfect form of a man. That's what they see. And you may not know that. And that's okay. That's fine. That's dandy. Because you don't know the true power of Donald Trump, right? And that's just fair. Because Donald Trump is so great and magnificent and magnanimous to us Americans. We shouldn't even be called Americans. We should be called Donald Trumpicans is what we should be called. That's what we should be called. Anyways, let's keep going. The Kennedy Center is broken, unsafe, and busted. Oh, sorry, what's this? For some reason, he put a money sign here. Is this a crypto? Hold up a second. Is that crypto? I'm sorry. What was that? What does that mean? What is that? The money sign crypto? Is that somewhere? No, I'm sounds like a crypto dog whistle to me. I'm confused. I don't know why he put that. And has been for many years. Judge Cooper has also stated the highly prestigious board of the center was not authorized to add on the name Trump. What? You can't. He's the greatest president of all time. Why can't you add that on the center? This is ridiculous. Despite the fact that hundreds of millions of dollars of my time and money will be necessary for a successful reincarnation. Remember how he resurrected the nation? Reincarnation. He loves necromancy. So now the Kennedy Center will collapse both structurally and financially. Judge Cooper and his wife Amy Jeffries obfuscation anyone? I don't know what that word means, man. I'm sorry. I've never seen that word. I've never seen this word. I'm just going to say Trump doesn't know it either. Anyways, should be ashamed of themselves. Judge Cooper, like numerous other crooked judges on my cases, should be impeached. Ooh. Make America great again, President Donald J. Trump. Scathing words. But, you know, this isn't the most important thing. He started this off with talking about how we got to make America great again rally and talking about how amazing he is about the Kennedy Center. But this is also important. I got to show you a clip of Donald Trump actually cussing out Netanyahu. See, that's the main premise of the video. Donald Trump cussed out Netanyahu. Let's go ahead and see what he said.
47 believes we've already beaten them militarily, and now he wants to beat them at the negotiating table. He tells ABC that a peace agreement with Iran would be even better than a military victory because he thinks the Iranians are better negotiators than they are fighters. There's just one problem. Officials say the Iranians are literally in caves and they're not using email. So how do you hash out a deal with a band of pirates living underground? It's tricky. Trump's armed himself with a Sharpie and he's making his own edits. No loopholes.
They originally said, we will not develop a nuclear weapon. I said, well, what happens if you buy a nuclear weapon? So now it says we will not develop or in any way purchase a military weapon. That's a big difference.
The president says he hasn't agreed to the deal yet because he still has to get a few more points in. We'll see how long that takes. The president even called Netanyahu today, asking him to stand down in Lebanon. Trump kind of lit him up. According to Axios, he told him, quote, what the F are you doing? You're effing crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me. I'm saving your ass. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this. 47's trying to nail down this peace deal, and Netanyahu's trying to lock in as many gains as he can before the deal's done. But you know what's even worse? The Democrats. 47 saying this, quote, it's much tougher for me to properly do my job and negotiate when political hacks keep negatively chirping at levels never seen before over and over again that I should move faster, move slower, or go to war, or not go to war, or just whatever. Just sit back and relax. It'll all work out well in the end. It always does. POTUS says don't be a panicking, and the markets aren't blinking.
You know what's worse than Netanyahu? The Democrats. Obviously. The Democrats are horrifying and evil and disgusting and vitriolic, and we hate them. We disgust them. You know what's worse than Israel? The Democrats. Come on now. You can't forget that what's worse than that. I have never seen such blatant propaganda in all my days. It always infuriates me to see a clip on Fox News because it confuses me and baffles my mind and it destroys me. But you see, I've always thought that Trump was always so interesting and entertaining. I just assumed he was funny. That's it.
I assumed that he was just delightfully hilarious, and it's sad because, objectively speaking, he's one of the top 5 funniest people on earth. Because he's stupid. He believes his own hype. And there's a part of me that genuinely understands why people find Donald Trump really entertaining. Watching a man wake up every morning and write posts that challenge God himself. Oh, it's beautiful. It's fascinating. Every statement feels larger than life. Every disagreement, oh, that's a blood feud. It feels as though you've destroyed his entire life. Every criticism is just proof that he's secretly winning some invisible war. It's the political equivalent of watching someone turn a grocery store argument into a 5-season television drama. Oh, on a purely entertainment level, it's impossible to look away from. I can't stop looking away. I can't stop looking away at the fact that he just dogged Netanyahu and called him effing crazy. I think the problem starts when people stop viewing it as entertainment and then they start viewing his crash outs, his constant posting. That's evidence of competence. And I've been watching a few things of Fox News recently because I've been curious because my friend's parents really like Donald Trump. I've been so curious how they frame Donald Trump. And they frame him, they don't show his full quotes, they don't show everything he's saying, they have somebody else read what he's saying. It's very interesting. Somewhere along the way, upon learning about Donald Trump, it's him speaking loudly, is what I'm discovering. See, he's wrong about a lot of stuff. A person can insult 10 people, 1,000,000 people, 1,000 people, insult disabled people, do all this stuff, just call people disgusting, evil, vitriolic, and millions who see aggression will interpret that as strength. Yeah, all those musicians do suck. Yeah, you're right. We should make America Great Again rally. This is amazing. People on the internet don't agree to that because they're on the internet and they're maybe thinking, okay, well, this isn't smart at all. But the average person who's now on the internet, the old people who go vote, that's the issue. And one of the strangest things about modern politics is how many people believe loyalty is a sign of leadership. That's not true at all. If a politician demands complete devotion from everyone around them, that should make people nervous. You should read a history book. At least once in your life, read history. You should do that once. That's disgusting. Healthy systems in nature, in politics, survive disagreements. Healthy governments overall survive criticism. Healthy leaders are challenged by the people around them when every disagreement, every single disagreement, every time you don't get your way becomes betrayal and every single critic becomes an enemy. That's something wrong about the culture. That's something very wrong about the culture. Trump's entire public image is built around the idea of being unstoppable. Every setback, oh, well, that's going to become a victory. Every loss, that's proof of a secret success he never actually loses. Every criticism that is levied against him, well, this is just conspiracy. He has such a mythology around him that people actually believe that he is God. What scares me is not Trump specifically. What scares me is how many people have become addicted to the feeling of following somebody who claims to be invincible. History is filled with populations that wanted a hero more than they wanted the truth of the world. There are so many people that love video games more than the world itself. The fantasy is comforting. Life is complicated. People are horribly messy, and solutions take a lot of time. Think about that. Imagine somebody arrives and says they alone can fix everything. They're smarter than everyone else, stronger than everyone else, persecuted by everybody else. Politics is not about policy. Politics is becoming this weird superhero movie. And he never will apologize because he's the hero. The hero does not change his ways. You can see it happen in real time whenever criticism appears. Instead of debating the criticism itself, they rush to defend the character, the brand, the image. Well, he has a bigger plan. He has something better to do. The conversation becomes emotional, so emotional that protecting the legend. Once that happens, all reality will struggle to compete because facts are so boring, but myths are exciting. Data in this all small minutiae, the fact that we're running out of oil and gas, well, that's dull. But stories overall are powerful. Human beings have always preferred stories. Political figures understand that better than anyone else. That's what it is. That's the power of it. The funniest part that if Trump were a fictional character, many of the same people would probably recognize him instantly as an egomaniac. Imagine a movie where a billionaire constantly praises himself, demands loyalty, attacks critics, claims every success as his own achievement, and treats every setback as someone else's fault. Audiences would laugh, call the characters absurd, or they will make a whole subreddit to him like they did Homelander and say Homelander was misunderstood. Because I would love to think that if Trump was fictional, people would see the error of their ways, but that's not the case. It's so unsettling. The comedy is so real. The entertainment is real. Watching a man declare himself as the greatest at everything is so hilarious. But nobody's laughing. They're cheering. Treating his performance of bravado as deep truth. That's what's happening. This is where it gets scary for me. So scary. The only question I have is how many people eventually notice that the Emperor's new clothes are just the same old suit he's been wearing the whole time. I need to know. Anyways, he's beefing with Netanyahu right now, and it's a little bit funny. I just want to talk about it because it seems a little bit ridiculous to me. But with that being said, I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you're at. And I'm out. Peace. Bye.
I'm your nigga night, be my loyalties low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.